everybody. Lord Tremendous here. Got another battle report here for you. This one's from a little bit more recent, June 14th. It's a 2,200 point battle. Lord Tremendous of the Warriors of Chaos, that's me, versus King Richard of the Empire. Not my normal Empire opponent. This list is much different than my usual Empire opponent's list. So sit back, relax, and get ready to see how this one goes because it's actually kind of fun. Here's my list, and I'll go through it real fast because God knows you've heard it enough. It's my Rock Wars GT list. I've got my Demon Prince, Lord Tremendous. He's got the Mark of Zinj, his level 4 wizard. He's got Chaos Armor, Charm Shield, Dragonman Gem, other Trickster Shard, Soul Feeder, Flaming Breast, Scaled Skin, and Laura Metal. My hero choices are the Exalted Hero, Lady Elizabeth, with the Mark of Zinj, Halberd, Chaos Steed, BSB, Helm of Many Eyes, Dawnstone, and Poisonous Slime. Last but not least is my other Exalted Hero, Catastrophe, with the Mark of Zinj. She's on a demonic mount. He's got a halberd, shield, talisman of preservation, and a third eye of Zinj. My core choices consist of 5 Chaos Warhounds that are butt naked, the manipulative mutts, 18 Chaos Warriors, blood tied, with the Mark of Khorne, halberds, full command and a banner of rage, and 15 Forsaken with the Mark of Khorne. My special choice consists of 5 Chaos Knights, Elizabeth's Honor Guard, with the Mark Zinj, Ensorcelled Weapons, Banner Musician, and the Standard of Discipline. And last but not least, the one, the only, my Mutalith Vortex. Gotta love the beast. My opponent's list is as follows. He has an Arch-Lector as his general. He's on a War Altar of Sigmar with the Golden Griffin. He's got the Warrior Bane, the Dawnstone, and Van Horstman's Speculum, which is just awesome. Then, of course, he's got a Battle Wizard Lord who's butt naked. He's a level 4 wizard with a Laura Light. His hero choices consist of a Warrior Priest with a Warhorse, or he's on a Warhorse, and he's got a great weapon. That's it. No BSB. I did not make a typo here. His core choices consist of a unit of 7 Knightly Order Knights with full command, a unit of 5 Knightly Order Knights with full command, and a unit of 10 Knightly Order Knights with full command. He also has one small unit of Swordsmen, 10 by unit, with no command whatsoever. His special choices consist of a unit of 3 Demigryph Riders with no command and 2 Great Cannons, and his rare choices consist of 2 Steam Tanks. Yes, 2 Steam Tanks. It's gonna be a ball. I won't lie to you, I was actually kind of looking forward to seeing how my list would do against multiple Steam Tanks. Needless to say, it's probably exactly as well as you'd think, but I like the challenge. I have no problem with people having multiples of like the killer units and stuff like that, so I was looking forward to this battle very, very much. Here are my spells, which consist of 4 from metal, and of course the B spell, but there's no card, so you don't get to see a card. And his spells, which consist of 4 spells from the Laura Light. Here's deployment, and for the most part, my plan here was I had my Demon Prince and my Beast over here towards the left there. The idea was the Beast might be able to get some of the units of Knights, petered out a little bit, with his toughness spell. They are only toughness 3 and negates their armor save, which I think is a 1 or a 2 up with them. And there was really nothing on the left flank that my Demon Prince was worried about. So I'm thinking, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and put those guys over there and let them run my left flank. Maybe I'd even get lucky and a bunch of his stuff would shift over towards my left flank and give me some exposure, or give me some flank exposure on his bigger units. My infantry, my Khorne Warriors were behind the dogs, as always, with Catastrophe running up the middle. His job was going to be to get into his general on the Pope Mobile thing, the whatever it's called, the Sigmar Shrine, and try to kill that, or run into the Steam Tank and try to take that out, or at least keep it there, because that's what he does. My Knights and Lady Elizabeth were going to run into anything they could get a hold of. The trick was not to catch a charge. I wasn't sure if they were strength 5 or strength 6 on a charge, and I didn't want to find out the hard way. Meanwhile, my Forsaken with movement 6, we're going to shoot up the right flank and hopefully catch something in the flank and then make mincemeat out of it. That was the plan. You'll see how well it follow it. Here's my opponent's right flank from left to right. There's his unit of 5 knights in a knightly order, I guess. There, right next to them is his first steam tank, and the juggernaut-looking guys. Those are not juggernauts. They are camouflage demigryph riders. They're juggernauts that are looking to just change their ways and stuff like that. And they are actually where the middle one is. They just physics wouldn't allow them to all sit right next to each other in a nice, neat, orderly fashion. So there are two of them on the flanks there in the back. But where they actually are is where that middle one is. And here's my opponent's center from left to right. There's his bigger unit of Knightly Order Knights. Behind them is a Great Cannon. In the middle there is his War Shrine with his Arc Lector. In front of them are the 10 Swordsmen. Next to them is Steam Tank number 2. That's right, it was so much fun the first time they decided to do it twice. Right behind him is the other Great Cannon. And then, of course, next to them is the big old unit of, well, slightly smaller unit of Knightly Order Knights with the Warrior Priest installed. Here's my right flank, which consists of my Forsaken, as you pretty much already know. Here's my center from right to left. There's Catastrophe. Right next to him, it's kind of hard to see, are my Warhounds, and behind them are my Khorne Warriors. And then, of course, to the left there are my Chaos Knights with Lady Elizabeth. And my left flank, which consists of my Demon Prince and my Beast. Here's top of one after movement, and as you can see, I get to win. I mean, go first. So, for the most part, everybody's coming forward. The Demon Prince charges up. The Beast moves up to get the Demigryph Riders in range for his spell. I was kind of hoping to mess with their stats a little bit, or maybe get the one that bounces throughout the units. Whichever, I'd have been thrilled. Demon Prince ran up, daring something to try to charge him. I wanted him to. My Tzeentch Knights move up in the hopes that one of his units of knights or his demigryphs would come after my Tzeentch unit. I thought that would be really good. My dogs, Catastrophe, and my Khorne Warriors all move up the middle to support. Catastrophe's begging that steam tank to try it. And I also angled Catastrophe slightly so that he could possibly get a hold of the knights if he was feeling so froggy, and hopefully get the attention of the cannons. My hope was the cannon shoots at him, I ward save it, and then the shot is wasted because he's got a 3-up reroll in once. He's got a really good chance to survive that. Needless to say, oh yeah, and my Forsaken do run up the right side too to continue, to hopefully capitalize on a flank or something like that. That's pretty much it, though. My magic phase is like a 3. It's ridiculous. It doesn't do anything, and I don't shoot, and there's no combat, so we go to bottom of 1 after movement, and you're looking at it. Not a whole heck of a lot. His steam tanks do move forward slightly. Well, I'm sorry, the steam tank near the Demon Prince does move up. He tried to hit the Demon Prince with it, but didn't roll high enough. The Knightly Order guys on his right flank, our left, they back up. The Demigryph Riders stay right where they're at. The other unit, I mean, most of his stuff stays right where it's at. The Swordsman move over a little bit. The Arc Lector comes up a little bit. His second steam tank doesn't move at all. And the other unit, Knightly Order, they just kind of twist. I think he was hoping to magic and shoot me off the table a little bit before he engaged me in combat, which isn't a terrible idea. During his magic phase, he gets the Net of Amnioc off on Catastrophe. I didn't fully understand it. I guess there was a chance I was going to roll a 6 and then not be able to do anything, but it was pretty slim. I let this spell go off. I really didn't care. Next up was the Speed of Light. I believe I let this spell go off too because I didn't really care about the Demigryph Riders being really, really fast and having a high weapon skill initiative, all that stuff. I was more worried about banishment or something else like that. So for the most part, I let these spells go off because I was saving my dispel dice. During his magic phase, he gets something off on the dogs. I think maybe it was banishment or something like that, and he kills 2 of them. The dogs panic and flee. Not a huge big deal. They do go through the Tzeentch Knights. They pass their panic check, no problem. And the Khorne Warriors just don't care. But now the dogs are out of the way, so that's kind of cool. During his shooting phase, this guy shoots his first cannon at Catastrophe, which I was fine with. It's the perfect bounce, hits only Catastrophe. I'm like, cool. As long as I don't roll a 2, I'm golden. I roll a 2. I roll a frickin' 2. 1 in 6 chance, and I nail it. Needless to say, he's easily able to roll a 3 or more for the multiple wounds, and Catastrophe explodes in the middle of the friggin' table. So yeah, Yeah, my perfectly laid plan just gets perfectly laid all over my face. Because, yes. Zinch, he tests me. So then something else shoots in his shooting phase and hits the dogs and kills all three of them. I think maybe it was the other cannon. I think he was aiming at my knights and he overshot them, but it was like the perfect bounce through the three dogs and kills all three of them. So the dogs don't get a chance to rally because they're dead. They rallied in heaven. They rallied in heaven. So, with all that said and done, and two of my units now dead, we go to top of two after movement, and now I'm kind of pissed because Catastrophe was not supposed to be dead, and the dogs I actually didn't care about. They're supposed to be dead. So I charged. I was like, screw it. I sent my Demon Prince into the Demigryph Knights, and I made it. Actually, I couldn't believe that. And everything else kind of moves up again. I'm still trying to be cautious, but I move my Corn Warriors up in such a way that I can get a hold of his Swordsman and then possibly overrun into his Arc Lector and kill him before the Steam Tank can get into me. That was the idea when I moved them up. Lady Elizabeth stays right where she's at. The Beast moves up to try to get some his spell off on his big unit of Knights there in front of him. And other than that, everything is either dead or oh, I'm still disgusted. Just talking about, just disgusted that Catastrophe caught that cannonball with his face and died. Oh, that's his thing. That's his thing. He's supposed to catch war machines and supposed to shrug them off, and I roll a 2. Oh, makes me sick. Anyway, I'm done whining. Here's a better picture of my Demon Prince slamming into the Demigryphs. And the hope here was that he was going to do, kill maybe one or two, a round. Not a round of combat, but like a turn. And then eventually break them and get rid of them. I just needed to kill two before when they broke and die, the banner dies or whatever. I didn't realize they'd have a banner, but that's beside the point. Nothing else happens in Magic because I'm rolling like absolute butt. So I go ahead and do combat, and I do like 4 wounds. He has a 4-up armor, and he makes every single armor save he needs to make. He loses by 1 because I charge, and he has no banner or anything like that. He makes his break check no problem, and we go to bottom of 2. Needless to say, things start slipping out of my grasp here. The Steam Tank slams into my Demon Prince at full throttle, which means D6 plus 3D3 impact hits at strength 6. So I'm excited. I don't know if you are. And everything else in his army sits back and laughs. His Arc Lector moves over towards Demigryphs. I think he was going to try to get some big bubble spell off. I like his ward save or something like that. I don't remember. Maybe it was just to grant him his leadership 9 or 10, whatever it is. I honestly don't remember. But as you can see, the Arc Lector is behind his Knightly Order guys over there, in the center of the table. The Swordsmen move up. I don't really know why. I think maybe he's hoping the Corn Warriors would hit them and then overrun, give the Steam Tank a flank. That would have been smart. Other than that, yeah, everything else pretty much just kind of stays put because why would it move? There's a better picture of his Steam Tank slamming into my Demon Prince, which is just fantastic. During his shooting phase, the cannons take careful aim and fire at my Corn Warriors, hoping to take out a couple of rows. End up, due to some really bad rolling to wound and some really bad bounces, he kills 1 Corn Warrior, which I'm actually okay with. We were going to kill that guy anyway. It's just kind of a tradition. With that all said and done, we go over to combat, and the Steam Tank ends up, I think, wounding the Demon Prince 8 times, and I make every single one of his armor saves and ward. Armor and ward saves are completely made. Demon Prince takes no damage. Let me say it again. No damage from the Steam Tank's hits, which are impact hits, which I thought was great. However, I think one of the Demigryphs does slip a wound through, and so the Demon Prince does take 1, and I do 3 or 4 wounds to the Demigryphs again, and they make all their armor saves again. It's really ticking me off, but I can't fault my opponent for rolling dice. It's just the way it is. But I want my luck to be good, and I want my opponent's lucks to be bad. And when it doesn't happen, the inner brat inside me comes out, and I throw a temper tantrum on my heart. No, we were having a fun time. We were laughing, but it drives me crazy when 4-up armor saves, stop my damn Demon Prince from killing stuff, because that's what he does. So now that I'm done whining, we go to top of 3 after movement, because I lose that combat and my Demon Prince doesn't break. And now I'm just going for it. So the Corn Warriors take the bait and go into the Swordsman. I believe the Swordsmen flee and flee off the table. They bounce through the cannon and they go off the table. He rolls like boxcars. It was a really impressive flee roll. Need to say the cannon does not panic and the steam tank just gets excited. The Forsaken slam into the other unit of Knightly Order guys, and that was a long charge. I was really happy that they made that. Other than that, I don't think anything else really happens. The Lady Elizabeth's unit of knights is kind of in a stalemate Mexican standoff type deal with his big unit of knights. And if I remember correctly, the B slams into his small unit of knights, the little 5-man unit on my left flank. Yes, he does, because there's a better picture of my beast slamming into the Knightly Order, which is good. I'm glad he made it. Over here, here's my Corn Warriors failing the charge because the Swordsman ran off the table, and I don't believe I tried to redirect into the steam tank because I didn't want to. And there's a better picture of the Forsaken slamming into the bigger unit of Knightly Orders because I wanted to kill off the Warrior Priest, and you know what? I needed to get them in combat because that's kind of where they need to be in order to be useful. Magic is a wash again. Come on, Zinch. But combat is fun. I end up rolling Killing Blow with the Forsaken. Yeah, I roll Killing Blow with the Forsaken. And I don't roll any Killing Blows for wounds. I fail to roll any 6s. He makes all but, I think the Warrior Priest takes 1 wound, and the rest of the unit, I think 2 of them fail their armor save, so I do 3 wounds to them. He ends up doing 4 wounds to me because life's not fair. And he does 4 wounds and has a banner. I did 3 wounds, rank, and I charged. I think we're tied 3, 4, 5 to 4, 5. Yeah, I think we're tied. He wins this combat, so I'm no longer friends because he has a musician. And no, I'm sorry. Maybe no, I did win this combat, but he makes his break check and stays. So poop. They could have been somebody with Killing Blow. They had every opportunity in the world to be somebody, and they were nobodies, and that's unfortunate. I guess that's why they're called. Are you ready for it? Forsaken. No, I'm not mad. Stuff happens. It's still kind of fun. Over here in combat, the beast takes a wound and eats one of the inner circle knights. Charging a wound to a wound. I win by 1. They don't go anywhere because life's not fair. And over here in combat, the armor saves by the demigryphs are just phenomenal. They actually fail their fear check, I believe, in this one. The steam tank driver doesn't do anything, but I do another 2 or 3 wounds to these guys, and they make all their armor saves. And at this point, I've just come to accept it. I'm not going to kill them, they're not going to kill me, and life is unfair. So, with all that unfairness, we go to bottom of 3 after movement, and he makes his move. His steam tank slams into my Forsaken. Not what I thought was going to happen, but oh, is that bad. The Forsaken are hella screwed. And the way I see it, that's their fault. They could have been somebody. They could have came out there and done something, but they didn't. They decided that Killing Blow was overrated, and yeah, now they're going to pay for it because the steam tank's going to use their face as a floor mat. Meanwhile, his bigger unit of Knightly Order guys kind of cocked themselves a little bit. I'm not 100% unsure on why he did that. I'm sure it made sense at the time, but it's been almost a month since I played this game. Or half a month since I played this game, so sorry. Some of the details are fuzzy. Here's a better picture of his second steam tank slamming into my Forsaken, and they're about to get forsook in the face. During the shooting phase, the cannons take shots at the Corn Warriors again, and again, due to terrible shooting, terrible wounding and terrible bounces, only 1 more Corn Warrior dies, which is fine. We're going to kill him too. However, something else does something to him. I can't remember what it was, but 5 guys die. It might have been the other cannon. Maybe the first one did 1, the second one killed another 4. I don't fully remember, to be honest with you, but a lot more Corn Warriors die, which is poopy. During combat over here, exactly what should have happened happened. All but 2 of my Forsaken get pulverized because, well, when you fail, you fail. I believe I kill 1 of his knights, and that's it because life isn't fair. I lose this combat by a poop ton, and I flee 2 inches and I get run down because that's exactly what should happen. Needless to say, the Knightly Order guys are not in charge range of the Corn guys. So yeah, it was the perfect counter charge kill. Gotta hand it to my opponent. He took the opportunity and ran with it, and that was smart. That was very smart. Over here in combat, my demon or my beast kills another guy, and don't remember what happens after that. I think it's he's got a banner to my one wound. He's got a musician. He wins by one. And what happens when I lose by one? That's right, I break. Luckily for me, the beast ran his little heart out and got away, but man, I don't know what it is with me and failing leadership checks with the Demon Prince right there, no less. Needing an 8 to stay, and I rolled like a 9 or a 10, and I fled like 11 inches or something like that. So at least he got away, but I'm really sick of failing break checks when I only lose combat by 1. Come on, Dice. Be on my side for a change. Nothing happens in the what's it called? The Demon Prince with the demigryphs and the steam tank. I think he takes another wound, and I still am not able to do anything to the demigryph riders because they make their armor save, and I'm just disgusted with our armor. So what can you do? But yeah, that's what happens there. He wins that combat. Nobody cares. So we go to top of 4 after movement, and you're looking at it. Just my Corn Warriors go into the steam tank because who cares? And Lady Elizabeth's knights try to charge the inner circle knight, or not the inner circle, but the knightly order knight brick, and of course fail their charge because F me, right? And the sunny side of all this though is my beast does rally, so he's able to roll his leadership, when it doesn't friggin' matter, but whatever. He rallied, and I guess that's a good thing. There's a better picture of Lady Elizabeth's unit failing a charge, because failing a charges are kind of what I do. And there's a better picture of my beast rallying, because, well, that was unexpected, and he's kind of a chaotic beast, so you can never really tell what he's going to do. And there's a better picture of my Corn Wars slamming into the steam tank, and yeah, that hurts. I believe this is also the picture that shows what happened in that combat. I'm able to put, I think, 2 wounds through on the steam tank, and obviously the little bastard on top doesn't do anything to me. I win this combat, nobody cares, and we move on. Over here in combat, I finally, with the Demon Prince, put enough damage through on his godforsaken armor, these demigryphs, that I'm able to finally get 3 wounds through. One of the friggin' demigryph riders dies just from 0 wounds and God only knows how many turns of combat to 3. I don't know what the deal was. Maybe I finally scratched his armor enough that I found the meaty part and I stuck my claws in there and twirled. I don't care. He died. I did 3 wounds to a guy. He dies. They do nothing back to me. I win this combat because I did 3 wounds to his flank, so I win by 2. And the demigryph riders break and flee off the table. I then reform to show my rear to the steam tank because neither of us are breaking, and I wanted to be able to get my direct damage spells off while I was in combat, like final transmutation and stuff like that. So I redirect like so, and this was also this was a huge moment. I know you're looking at the picture, you see these things. The Arch-Lector was not immune to psychology. He took a panic check because a unit broke within 6, and he fled off the table. He doesn't have a BSB. There is no BSB on this table for him. And yeah, his Arch-Lector fled through the cannon off the table. It was spectacular, and it was just the morale boost I needed to get back into this game. His general flees off the table. Oh, do you feel the tingles? I feel the tingles. And just the icing on the cake is the great cannon that the Arch-Lector panics as well and can't shoot next turn. Oh, the Demon Prince. I was so angry and so fed up, and then he's like, nope, I'm good. Oh, and one more thing. The 3 wounds that I did to the demigryph, I have Soul Feeder on my Demon Prince. I roll 3 dice. I heal both the wounds that the Demon Prince took. So he's back up to full health. Oh. Does anybody else feel that? It feels like destiny. So anyway, That's all said and done, and I'm starting to feel good about myself again. So we go to bottom of 4 after movement, and my opponent tries desperately to make me feel bad about myself again. The little remainder unit of like 3 Knightly Order guys slam into the flank of my Zinch Knights, and his big unit of Knightly Order guys slam into the front of Lady Elizabeth's unit because they can make a charge. So yeah. Other than that, the other Knightly unit order turns to look at the rear of my Corn Warriors, and I figure they're dead. So what can I do? And that's really about it. Everything else is dead or in combat or a cannon. There's a better picture of a huge wave of knights slamming into my knights, which is exactly what I didn't want to have happen. And everybody who's ever played a game or seen Lord of the Rings knows why this is bad. And during his magic phase, he gets his 5-up reward save off on this little unit right here. I don't fully understand why, and well, I mean, I guess why not, right? And during combat over here, his steam tank is able, well, during his grind and everything like that, his steam tank is able to knock out 5 of my Corn Warriors. We might have done it out of turn, but it doesn't matter. It's not like they broke or anything like that. I think I'm able to put another couple of wounds through on the steam tank, though. I'm not 100% on that one. But obviously, either he wins or I win this combat. I can't remember. I win this combat because those wounds are done in the movement phase. But it doesn't matter because the steam tank doesn't break, and we move on to the next combat, which is this one. And Lady Elizabeth. I love this woman. I do. She is amazing. Not only does she help cut down 4 of the knightly orders that dared to charge her unit, but we win this combat. I only lose 1 knight. We're able to kill 4 of the Knightly Order guys, and let's see, they charged and had a flank. And he did a wound. I did 4 wounds, and I have 2 banners. So I win by 3, and neither of them are steadfast because I have a row of 5, he has a row of 5, and the guys on my flank don't have a row of 5. So he loses by 2 or 3, which is awesome because now I'm thinking, cool, at least 1 unit's going to break because there's still Empire leadership. Losing by 3, hell, I would break losing just 1, right? So we, he does his break check and boom, both units flee. Lady Elizabeth pursues the unit in front of her. She does not catch them, unfortunately. But it doesn't matter because they're just in front of her. It's my turn next, and the other knightly unit order lands right in front of the beast, who just cannot wait to get some revenge charge again. You know what I mean? So we go to top of 5. And as you can see, the board is starting to clear up quite nice. Lady Elizabeth charges the unit of knights in front of her and catches them. They only run like 4 inches. So Lady Elizabeth catches them because she rolls like an 11 plus the 7. She moves like 18 inches. She misses her unit misses their max charge by like 1 inch. So not only are they able to charge that unit, so I charge the knightly order unit. They flee. I redirect into the cannon, and not only do I catch the knightly order unit because we run them over and while they're fleeing, but I'm able to hit the cannon, so it can't even shoot at me. And then my beast charges the unit that's in front of him. They run like 6 inches. The beast runs about 10 or 11 inches total and catches them. So both the units of knightly order guys are dead, and the beast is in position. I mean, he can't cast a spell or anything like that, but he's in position, and he got the unit that he was eating that he ran from. So redemption, I'll take it. Other than that, everything else I have is in dead or in combat. Here's a better picture of the beast catching that unit of knightly order guys that tried to kill him earlier. And there's a better picture of Lady Elizabeth slamming into the cannon after running down the unit of knightly order after repelling 2 units that charged her. God, I love this unit. During the magic phase, now that my demon prince is facing the correct way, I do the maximized version of final transmutation, and I get it off, and it's not irresistible, and I'm able to kill 3 of the inner circle knights. 1, I believe, is his no, I killed 2 of the they're not inner circle, just regular knights, I think. But 2 of them die, and I get the warrior priest. So that's awesome. The knightly order guys have 3 guys left, and they're stupid now, so that's huge. During the combat phase, my Demon Prince is able to slip 2 wounds through on the Steam Tank. Not that the Steam Tank cares, but it's 2 more wounds towards killing the damn thing, and that's what I'm going for. Over here in combat, however, I don't believe my Corn Warriors are able to do anything, and they get kind of mashed up because he had a couple of steam points left over. He ground the crap out of them and does like 3 wounds to him, which hurts. I don't believe I do anything to him, and we don't break or anything like that, but yeah, that hurts a lot, and that unit's all but dead. We know it, so what can you do? And then over here, obviously, Lady Liz is able to destroy the cannon, and she turns to face something else because she wants to kill more. With all that said and done, we decide to go over to bottom of 5 after movement. And his little unit of 3 guys, they decide that the Corn Warriors are pretty much dead, and they're probably right. They move up as quick as they can to either go after the Beast or the Demon Prince. They hadn't quite decided at the time. And other than that, everything he has is dead or in combat. Or a cannon. However, during his steam tank generation thing, he rolls a misfire and then he rolls a 6 for the D3, and he tried to generate 5. He explodes his steam tank, and there's the aftermath. My beast ended up taking a wound, and I think my prince had that wound on him earlier. I can't remember. Oh, excuse me, sorry. But yeah, my Prince has 1 wound on him now, and the Beast has 2 wounds on him. And I think maybe the Demon Prince had that one on earlier. I can't remember fully, but bottom line is the Steam Tank is now dead, and that's the way it is. So I'm okay with all this. Over here in combat, I'm not as okay with this. My Corn Warriors get poofed, and it's sad. It's not what I was hoping for, but they were able to put 4 wounds on the Steam Tank before they got smushed, so that's something at least. With all that said and done, we go over to top of 6 after movement, and as you can see, the board is starting to get really small. Lady Elizabeth and her unit slam into the rear of the steam tank. Really, I'm just going for points. My Demon Prince charges the Knightly Order there, and they flee. I should have seen that coming, but I didn't. I knew it was a risky move to go after him like that, but I wanted the points for the unit, and because I was worried about losing the game. And the Beast moves over to try to get his spell off on that unit as well to try to kill them. I knew that the cannon was going to shoot at me. I was just hoping that my Demon Prince could survive a cannonball. He only needed to survive one, right? There's a better picture of my Demon Prince's failed charge after the Knightly Order guys. And there's a better picture of my Chaos Knights and Lady Elizabeth slamming into the rear of the steam tank. During the magic phase, the Beast gets his spell off on the Knightly Order guys, and it's the number 6 spell! And boom! 1 dies, and is back! And I put him in front there because I really didn't care. I didn't want him to go too far. I figure if he charged the spawn has a slight chance of killing him. I thought it might be fun. Why not? If the spawn gets him, or if the spawn gets killed by him, it's not like he earns any points for it or anything like that. It would just been fun. But I get Searing Doom off on the Knightly Order guys just because I had extra dice, and I figured why not. And I'm able to Searing Doom the last 2 guys into a puddle of baser elements. And I feel good about that, so I got the points, and that's what I was going for. Over here in combat, I'm able to slip 2 more wounds through on the Steam Tank. He's only got 4 left, so I'm really, really hoping that helps with his Steam Point generation next round. I'm hoping either he isn't able to roll, or I'm hoping that he rolls average and misfires and explodes. So that was the hope anyway. But yeah, we'll let you know what happens in a second because I forgot to take a picture at top of 6, or bottom of 6. There was a lot going on. I have no excuse. I screwed up, plain simple and to the point. I did not get a picture of bottom of 6 after movement. I suck. I apologize. But let me start you off with this picture right here where the cannon, cannons! Oh, the cannon takes a shot at my Demon Prince, hits, wounds. I don't ward save it. The Demon Prince gets killed. I'm sorry, Prince. I'm sorry. Yeah, Yeah. As we know, this is completely my fault. I should have done that. I shouldn't have done that. I should have moved him a different way. Should have had the knight. I should have done a million different things. I gambled. I am a terrible gambler. I really need to stop. I need to call that 800 number because it's making me lose games. But yeah, there's 690 or 595 points to my opponent with one shot. Oh, it hurts so bad. It hurts so bad. And before you question that math, he's 495 points plus 100 for killing the general. Then over here, yes, of course, he makes his damn steam tank point. He generates 3 steam tank points, no problem. He does not misfire or anything like that, and he grinds all my knights to death. Every single knight dies, except for Lady Elizabeth. She's able to slip another wound through on the steam tank, and yeah, life isn't fair. It's just not fair. But yep, that's it. That's the end of the game right there. I've got Lady Elizabeth and my beast left. He's got a steam tank and a cannon left. And of course, I do have left on the table, but he doesn't do anything. So, oh man, what a game. I literally need a cigarette and a nap after this one, but oh, was it fun. But you know what? We'll get to the recap in a second because right now it's time for a quick timeout. Token time, everybody. Tokens. Check them out. All the tokens you could need for anything that you could possibly play. Warhammer 40k, Infinity, Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Infinity, Malifaux, whatever you need tokens for, Token Gal can make the tokens. They're dirt cheap, guys. No more than $8 for a set, but they're solid gold quality. I mean, these are glass beads. They magnify the picture and the words. You've got wound counters. You've got status effects. You've got spell effects. +1 toughness, -1 strength. You know, whatever you need. She's got all the magic lores. She's got everything you need for any system that you play. She's got a email address you can send and be like, hey, I'm looking for this. And now she has a website. It's there at the bottom. I'm not going to bother reading it off because if you can't read, what the hell are you doing on the internet? Just seriously, though, check her out. Check out her website. Order yourself some tokens. It's totally worth it. You won't regret it. Hey guys, I know I've already talked to you about this before, but you should really check these pictures out because they were all painted, including my model, by Unleashed Wargaming. And they have their email right up there at the top of the page, and they've also got it down there. They got a YouTube channel. He's working on a website. It's not quite ready yet, but yeah, really, if you get a chance, check these guys out. If you're looking for someone to paint your stuff real good, seriously, check these guys out. Go to his, send him an email, check out his YouTube page. It's really worth your time. It's a phenomenal job. It's quick, it's painless. You don't have to worry about painting your stuff. And soon I'll be running a model that these guys painted for me, and I'm very excited about that. But check out these pictures. Give this guy an email. Check him out on YouTube. Get your models painted by him if you can. It's totally worth it. And tell him Tremendous sent you. Yeah, I want to let you guys know about a new opportunity for you. It's called the Redstone Rumble. It's a major fantasy 40k Flames of War and War Machine event. It's in October 4th and 5th in Huntsville, Alabama. And I'm not going to be able to attend because I'm in the military and I'll be elsewhere during that time. Not for a long time, just unfortunately that particular week I'll be out of town, so I can't go. But my loss is your gain because my admission fee had been paid. So rather than let that go to waste, with the TOs and the event organizers for the Redstone Rumble, we have decided to do a giveaway. You want to go to the Redstone Rumble? Are you available to go October 4th and 5th? Do you want to play Fantasy at 2,500 points? A 40k tournament at 2,000 points? Flames of War or War Machine? Whatever the heck you want to play? You can have my ticket. The way we're doing a little bit of a giveaway. So basically, in order for you to win this free admission, and there'll only be one winner, I need you to come up with a great name for any unit I field, except for Lady Elizabeth or Lord Tremendous. They are going to keep their names. But if you wanted to name my exalted hero or one of my units of warriors or my forsaken or my dogs, even the beast, if you want to name the beast, go for it. But the trick is you got to impress me. I mean, it's the free admission pass that I'm giving you, so impress me. Earn it. I know, kind of a foreign concept, but no. Earn it. Rename, just put it in the comments section. This will be going on for a little while yet because it's out there for a little while, so everybody's going to get the opportunity to participate. But by all means, if you are available to go to the Redstone Rumble October 4th and 5th in Huntsville, Alabama, and you want to get in for free, and you have a little bit of cleverness in you, or somebody you know is clever, rename one of my units. Put it in the comments section below. Just mark it, hey, here's my entry, this is the unit, this is what I think they should be named. The one that wows me, the one that makes me go, oh, I like that, is the one I'm going to choose, and you will get free admission to this event, the Redstone Rumble. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, or whatever like that, just go ahead and go over to www.redstonerumble.com. Check them out. You can get their contact info and stuff like that. They'd be thrilled to talk to you, I'm sure. Answer all your questions. Really cool guys. Real big in the Warhammer scene. But yeah, guys, this is your opportunity to not only name one of Lord Tremendous's units, but to also get yourself a free ticket to a major event. It's worth it. Do it. Yep, it went from a solid victory to a draw for Lord Tremendous. 1901 is what I got from him. 1878 is what he got from me. We redid the points a couple of times. It was accurate. So yeah, that was something else though. I gotta tell you, for it to come out like a draw, what a great game. It was probably the perfect ending. I ended up losing my Demon Prince, like an idiot, Catastrophe, my Warhounds, my Warriors, my Forsaken, and my Knights. He ended up losing his Battle Wizard Lord, his Arc Lector, his Warrior Priest, all of his Knights, his Demigryph Riders, one Cannon, one Steam Tank, and his Swordsman. What an incredibly bloody fight. We each had 2 units left on the table. I had my spawn, sure, so technically it's like 2.5, but the spawn doesn't count for anything point-wise. He's just like a memento from what his knights used to be, which I think is actually kind of cool. What a bloody fight. We literally should dye this table red after this fight for the amount of damage we did to each other. I love these close games. I really do. Draws, while they're not as satisfying as a win-loss scenario, because really nothing's ever decided by a draw. 23 points between us, that's awesome. And I mean, I got to give credit to my opponent for sticking with it, especially after his army started running, when his Arc Lector ran off the table, when his cannon couldn't shoot, when the Demigryphs finally lost the combat and fled off the table. I mean, he had a lot of bad luck occur, and then like when he charged Lady Elizabeth's unit with 2 units of knights with lances and bounced off, and then ended up getting run down in my next turn. It was just ridiculous, but he stuck with it the whole time, and he earned the draw. He took victory from me. And that's the sign of a really good opponent, a truly good opponent. So yeah, got to give him a lot of respect for that. God knows it was foolish of me to bring up my Demon Prince like that, but I thought it was a necessary risk because I wanted to get rid of that unit of knights more than anything. I probably shouldn't have charged Lady Elizabeth into the Steam Tank, but I was worried that if I didn't charge her into the Steam Tank, that the cannon, I wanted to get the cannon, the Steam Tank points would have put me over. Yeah, it was a lot of bad decisions all at once, I know, but I was hoping that I was going to be able to slip enough wounds through to actually finish the stupid thing off. Didn't work out in my favor. What can you do? 1 Steam Tank is really, really rough. 2 is, I don't know how people deal with them. I should have probably, Searing Doomed them, but I wasn't expecting my damn Demon Prince to be stuck with the Demigryph Knights, for most of the game like that. It was really frustrating and really put me on my back foot for too long. But at the same time, it was also a lot of fun because I love close combat. So, it was 50-50, I guess. But all in all, great opponent. Such a great opponent. Such an incredible Empire army. And I really, really am looking forward to facing it again. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for this battle report number 128. And like I said before, the winner of my contest will be declared in the next battle report. So get those last minute entries in. We had some more come in battle report 127 that were really, really good. So it's not over yet. It's not decided yet. So please, by all means, get those last minute entries in if you can. Let me know if you can make it to the thing when you put in your entry too, so that I can declare the correct guy or whatever, or gal. I apologize. I'm not sexist. I just play one on TV. But as always, guys, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, feel free to put them in the comments section below. But yeah, guys, thanks.